The window to the living room of the president of that country opened into the street. Thousands of people and vehicles pass through that road every day. That helped the president know the problems of the people, and he remained abreast of difficulties that they faced. One morning, as he pulled the curtain, he witnessed that it had rained that winter night and spotted a man sitting on the bench shivering with cold. The severity of chilling cold shrunk him into a bundle on the bench. The president asked his PA to seek information and inquire what he needed. 2 hours later, the PA told the president, "Sir, he is a beggar. He needs a plastic sheet to spread underneath and a blanket to cover himself to save of the cold." The president said, "Okay, provide him the sheet and the blanket." The next morning, when the president unveiled the curtain, he was surprised to find that the beggar was still there, but without a plastic sheet to sit on and a blanket to cover himself. The president got angry and asked the PA, "What is this? Why has that beggar not been provided with a sheet and the blanket yet?" The PA said, "Sir, I forwarded your order to the secretary home. I will check up and soon revert, please." After a while, Secretary Home appeared before the president and clarified, "Sir, there are thousands of beggars in the city. If we give sheet and blanket to one beggar, we will have to give the same to the rest of the beggars in the city and perhaps to the whole country. If not, the common man and media will accuse us of discrimination." The president got angry. Then how do we execute to provide the needy beggar with a sheet and a blanket? The Secretary Home suggested, "Sir, we can start a scheme in your name with the title, 'Provide Blankets, Save Beggars.' This scheme should cover all the needy beggars, and the distribution of blankets and sheets can be executed across the country." The president was delighted. Next morning, however, when he undid the curtain to look out, he saw the beggar again sitting on the bench. Now he was furious. The secretary was summoned to the house. He clarified, "Sir, the beggars are being counted so that the same number of plastic sheets and blankets could be purchased." The president gritted his teeth with anger and had to follow the procedure. Next morning, the work was still undone and pending. As the president noticed the beggar, he was furious. Home Secretary appeared immediately to politely submit, "Sir, to avoid audit objections, a short-term quotation of sheet and blankets purchase has been inserted. These will be procured by this evening and distributed at night." "This is the last warning," the president said. The next morning, when the president undid the curtain, he noticed a crowd gathered around the bench. The president sent the PA to find out. The PA returned to inform that the beggar had died of cold due to having no blanket. The lack of blanket turned out to be the cause of death. Turned red with rage, the president immediately summoned Secretary Home. The Secretary Home politely replied, "Sir, the purchase proceedings were completed. We hurriedly distributed all the blankets, but alas, fell short in number." The president stomped his feet. "Why? I need to know why." Secretary Home rolled his eyes and said, "Sir, first we started distributing blankets to the people from scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. It was followed by distribution to the minorities. Then these were given to the OBC. By saying so, he put his point before the president. And finally, sir, by the time the beggars' number came, we fell short of blankets." The president chirped in, "But why? Why in the end to this beggar?" Secretary Home naively said, "Sir, because the beggar belonged to high caste and did not fall in the category of reservation. He could not have been given earlier, and when his number came, the blankets ran out. Friends, India is a country where schemes work similarly like this, and we claim everyone is equal with equal rights.